Okay, so I've been having a bit of issue with when it comes to people that just like take, from me. Um, I fully am aware that when individuals tend to steal from another person, it's because they feel that they can't get it or themselves or do it for themselves. That comes down to the whole jealousy thing too, as well. When people see something in another person they like, but instead of appreciating that, they would rather just be upset because they feel that they can't achieve or do that for themselves, or whatever it is that they see that, would be good for themselves. They're not going out and getting it or doing it. Um, so, yeah, it comes down to having this uneasy feeling that I'm being taken from. And what's weird about this is because my own mom, my own mother, for years, even up to this very point, I feel that she believes that I stole away from her whatever it is that she had going on, or whatever abilities or gifts or good things that she was, privy to, things that she had of her own. Almost like I came along and just took all that from her, which is not true. In fact, everything that she was good at, she had many talents, gifts, and abilities herself. And she made the decision, which we all do, to disregard, throw away, settle, or basically not become disciplined enough to continue those things, even with having a family. So unfortunately, I became like the mirror effect to her of her negative aspects, and how she viewed me and how she seen me was supposed to be a lesson for herself. But instead of taking the self accountability or acknowledging that my existence was in fact a lesson for her as well, she just decided to project certain things onto me. And this whole idea of me being uncomfortable with other people stealing or taking from me is actually a lesson for me, to show me exactly what it feels like. Whether or not it's true, it's to show me exactly what my mother would feel like, with this whole idea that I'm taking from her, when in actuality she was trying to prevent me from achieving anything myself, which is actually trying to strip or take from me. So what she's putting out, she's getting in return, and her trying to prevent me from doing certain things, taking away from me, was actually taken away from herself, and then feeling as if I was the one doing that by pursuing my own things that made me happy. In itself is really messed up. It's a whole lesson and cycle. I broke free from that. I took my energy away and I decided to do what makes me happy. And regardless of how she or other individuals that don't do for themselves see me, I'm going to continue doing my own thing and being happy. And it's really interesting how being put in front of other people and how they react to me, even people I have in my own life, how they are trying to take from me energetically and not doing it for themselves, and me being triggered by that. It's a perfect example and lesson for me to learn how not to judge another person, regardless of what my mother does or other people. That's on them, right? And me to judge that without the understanding, which is my whole goal here, is my whole purpose, is to learn, is to, it's able to teach me about myself too. So getting that understanding instead of having any resentment or holding any grudges. I'm allowed to drop that now, because now I understand how she feels. Now I see why she would treat or act a certain way towards me, regardless of whether or not it's valid or fair. It just gives me the understanding. So now I don't have to hold that grudge. I don't have to feel that way. And I can continue to do what I'm doing without holding those negative energies, which weren't even mine to begin with. And I do not have to carry that. I carry my own energy at this time. I'm not taking on the energies of other people or entities or anything like that. And I do what's best for me. And I do not have to carry other people's burdens either. Based off of their own choices, which is free will. And I'm okay with that.